Originally, I was gonna make this video about how self-improvement, and there's some people in the self-improvement community that kind of take their philosophy and their way of life, and some people think they're better than others for living this way of life. And I was gonna go on a whole tangent how I used to be like that. But now that I think about it, other people live differently, different lifestyles, different ways, and I feel like being on just more of a self-improvement way of life, and I see others living their way of life, I see it differently now than I used to. Like, I know when I was younger, more mature, when I was freshman, sophomore in high school, I thought that me being on self-improvement meant that I was better than most people because I was living a life that I guess you could say society portrays more as like, oh, if you do this, you're a better person. If you do this, you're a person that's more this and that. In which now that I'm like more grown and I understand more now, it's more of like, this is how I prefer my life to be, because it helps me achieve my goals and be the person I want to be. And I feel like I can't judge other people for being the way they are, because that's just the way they are, you know? That's what they think is best for them. And I know back in the day, I used to think the same thing. Like, I was living my life and I thought that was what was best for me, but there's always something better than that. Not better than that. You're something you just grow out of. And that's something I grew out of like sophomore, freshman year. That's not true. Me living a certain lifestyle doesn't mean I'm better than anyone else. I'm just like you. I'm just like anyone else. We're all doing what we think is best from what we've lived through and what we've experienced. Everyone's way of life is their own way of living. I know that sounds like pretty silly, but it's the truth. And I prioritize more of a self-improvement lifestyle because I want to be a healthier person, because I want to be a healthy person. I want to live long. I want to understand myself. I want to be true to myself, and I want to keep pushing to just keep on improving as a person rather than just staying where I'm at and staying comfortable, which that is just a way of life. That is just a way of living. That doesn't mean anything. To me it means something, but to others it just might not mean anything. It doesn't mean I'm cooler than you. It doesn't mean I should be gaining more respect or something like that. I want a round of applause just 'cause I do it. No, I do it for me. I do it all for me, and that's how it should be. That's how your way of life should be. At least that's where I'm at right now in my life. Maybe in 2 years, it's kind of different. It might be a little bit more different I don't know, of how I do things, but it's not gonna be the same as it is now, and I know that. Because if I'm just constantly evolving, it's always gonna shift. But I kind of got off track there a little bit. But yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is, you shouldn't judge other people from like the way that they're living their own life. You know what I mean? If you value a certain thing, then okay, that's good. That's good. You have values. That's good. You have standards, your own standards, not others. These are my own ways of life. That doesn't mean I'm better than you. It's just, this is what I know to be true and what I know is best for me from what I value and what my goals are. It's different for you. You could be living a life that's not based on self-improvement. But that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I am and you're not. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make me any more, any less than you. It's just what I prioritize and what I care for and my way of life is. And I guess I'll go back to when I was younger, when I was sophomore, freshman, more of a freshman, and I was living a life of self-improvement, and I thought I was just better than everyone, because those people, how do I say this? Those people kind of, I don't know, I feel like, I guess at the time, I feel like I thought that they gained more respect. So, off my previous video, like, I was on self-improvement for the wrong intention. I was doing it because I was trying to get other people's approval, but I also had that, and I was thinking, like, oh, I do want to be better. But now it's more of like, I just want to be better for me, and I don't care what others think of me. Even though that, from what I know right now, self-improvement is seen more of like a good thing. And yeah, it sounds good, but if you don't value that, then it's not gonna mean anything to you, which is okay. You know, that's completely fine. And I feel like it's something that people forget, you know? If you don't value a certain thing, then it's okay. You know, like, generally, working out is a good thing, you know, generally speaking. It's great for me because that's why I want to live longer. I want to look good for myself, right? But someone else might just be content with what they have right now. Like, truly, if they weren't lying to themselves, you know, then okay, that's completely fine. That isn't, me working out doesn't make me a better person. I could still learn something from that person, even though they don't work out, you know, or they don't prioritize that. That's okay. We all have different ways of life, and I feel like I struggle to understand that everyone has their own way of doing things. It doesn't have to be this. This is not the best way of living. I thought that self-improvement was the best way of living, but it's not. Everyone has their own thing. Everyone has their own path. Everyone has a uniqueness to them, and that's just something that I forgot. And I forgot that I thought that my way of life was the best. Simply not true, you know? This is what I think is best for me, though. So, do I think it's the best? Yes, but it's the best for me. For others, it could be something completely different story. I understand that. And that's okay, right? That's okay. I don't smoke, I don't drink, but that's because I value my religion and myself, and I don't want to dig myself into a deep rabbit hole or anything. That's why I don't smoke or drink. I do it because of what I value in my religion. But you might smoke or drink. Who am I to judge? You know what I mean? Who am I to judge? I don't know. It's just I'm living my own way, and you are too. And that's completely fine. If you don't have a religion or prioritize religion, then you shouldn't, you know? I understand, I see. But this is just the way I want to live my life, right? And if you were not okay with that, if you were not okay with, let's say, back to the working out example, if you're not okay with your body and you're complaining about it, then you could do something about it, you know what I mean? Then it's different, you know? Because you care about how you look and you want to live longer, but you're not working out and you want to, then it's a different story then. Then I can do something about that. I could try pushing you to that way of life because that's what you want to value. That's what you do value, but you're just not there yet. That's a different story. You know what I mean? But yeah, there you go. I just wanted to bring that up for a little bit because I feel like a lot of us might get lost in our own ways of life, and I don't want to say some of us think that we're better than others because of the way we do things or what we've done with our lives. I guess that's what I'm trying to say, is that everything works differently for everyone else. What I do is not going to be the same for you, and I'm not better for doing any of this. Even if I try posting videos and trying to reach a broader audience, or try to reach positivity to a broader audience, I'm literally just posting about me and my thoughts and my way of life. And maybe my way of life makes an impact on you in a positive way, right? But this is not the best way to live. This is what I think for me. But everyone has their own thing, which is okay. And that's something that I see more now, and it kind of leads me to be more open to people and build stronger connections with people. And it's allowed me to grow. Just like I have more perspective now on people and why they do things, and it allows me to connect greater with people and just be open to that, just be open to that. There's other people living different ways, but if they're okay with it, then it's okay. You have nothing to do with it. Just do what's best for you. Do what's best for you. Everyone has their own thing, so it's fine. And yeah, that's that. I hope you have a good one. Take care.